Huh? Emma. Mano. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Moment. Wie ich das jetzt lade. Oh, okay. Ah, darauf muss ich drücken. I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body, fire is my blood. I've created 1,000 blades, known to death, no known to life. Have withstood pain, create many weapons. Hey, when I came to, I was lying on a burning field. It must have been a big fire. The familiar town, it was unrecognizable smoking ruin. It looked like the scene from a war movie. The sight lasts long. And moving dawned, the fires gradually died down. Towering walls of flame shrunk to embers, and most of the buildings to looked to have collapsed. It felt so strange being the only unchained thing in this town. I was the only one left alive. I was either fortunate or the house I've been inside was built on the luckiest ground of all time. Either way, I was the only one alive. Since I'd survived, I felt I need to keep on living. I walked aimlessly, thinking it would be dangerous to remain where I was. It was that I wanted to avoid becoming what had happened to everyone around me, the scorched blackened messes. wasn't feeling disgust. Some other emotion was driving me on. At the same time, I had no hope. It was a miracle I was alive at all. I didn't think I was going to last much longer. There was just one way in hell and I was going to survive. There was simply no way I would ever escape this crimson hellscape, no matter what I did. It was how desperate, how hellish this place was, even through the eyes of a young boy. And then I collapsed. Either there was no air around me, or I simply couldn't breathe anymore. Just collapsed, and all I could do was look up in the slowly floating sky. The scorched black masses around me lay motionless. The dark clouds covered the sky, promising rain. Good, the rain will put out the fire. I took one final breath and looked up at the rain clouds. I couldn't breathe, but I still felt pain. I said that out loud on behalf of all those people who couldn't say those words themselves. That was 10 years ago. Miraculously, in the midst of all that, I was saved. My physical body survived, but everything else was scorched, reduced to ash. When a young child loses their parents or their home, there's really nothing left of them. Of them. And so everything other than my body perished. Put as simple as possible, in exchange for my body living. My heart died. I'm dreaming. I squinted, seeing a bright white light. It was blinding. Light stabbed at my eyes when I woke. I doubt I really knew what the sensation of blinding light was in the first place. Huh? What? As my eyes adjusted, I woke, alarmed. I was laying in bed, in a room that I didn't recognize. I was honestly stunned by the cleanliness of the white room made me feel ease. Where am I? I looked blankly at my surroundings. The room was spacious and beds lined it in neat rows. All the beds were full and looked like each bed's occupant was injured. But the room didn't feel depressing at all. Everyone injured survived. I let my eyes wander. I looked out the window. The clear blue sky was incredibly beautiful. A few days passed and I was finally able to take in the situation. I had no problem remembering what happened the days before, but I wasn't much different from the newborn during this time. Strange as it is, that was closer to the truth than might seem possible. The fire was just that bad. I was rescued from the fire. I awoke in a hospital. My parents were gone. My entire body was wrapped in bandages. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I did know that I was alone. It didn't take long for me to accept my circumstances. Maybe I had no choice, really. All the other children were in the same boat. And then, later, in the moment I, naive as I was, started to worry about what would become of me, he walked in. He appeared the day my bandages came off and I started eating on my own. His hair was dishevelled, his suit tattered. He looked a bit younger than my doctor. Looked more like someone's older brother than someone's father. Hello, you must be Shiro. His beaming smile seemed to blend into the peering white sunlight. His voice was somehow irritatingly fake, yet extremely gentle. I come right to it. Would you rather go to an orphanage or go home with a man you just met? He was offering to take me in. I asked if we were related. He said we were complete strangers. He looked like an unreliable guy. But then again, he was no more or less family than the orphanage. So I decided I'd go with him. Oh good. Then let's pack up quickly. It'd be the best for you to get used to your new home as soon as possible. He started gathering my things hastily. Even as young as I was, I could see he wasn't any good at it. And after he made a mess packing... Oh, I forgot to mention one important thing. Before you come with me, the one thing you need to know. He turned asking for confirmation. He asked so casually, as if asking me if there was somewhere I wanted to go. Yep. Let me be direct with you. I am a magician. He said it in a serious, almost ceremony manner. It happened so fast. Now that I think back, I was almost immature. Just accepted the words as fact. I took it neither as a joke or a genuine statement. Really? That's so cool, Pops. I guess I said something like that. Eyes wide open in astonishment. And I was a child. Actually, I don't really remember how the conversation went. But every now and then, my old man would bring it up. He would recount that scene over and over, acting all embarrassed. That scene might have been the happiest day of my old man, a man named Kiritsugu Imiya's life. You could say that. It was one thing for him to tell a recently orphaned kid he was a magician. But I was no better. The way I so eagerly bought into it. And that was how my old man adopted me. And how I took the last name Imiya. Shiro Imiya. When I said that name out loud, I felt really proud of having the same last name as Kiritsugu. I'm dreaming it from my childhood. That's probably about 8 years ago, since it's about time when I talked my old man into making me his apprentice. Kiritsugu had started going away on regular basis once I was old enough to stay home by myself. He'd always give some childish, unbelievable explanations like, I'm going to go on an adventure around the world. Then he'd actually do it. From then on, that's how it always was. It wasn't unusual for him to be gone for a month, and at times he didn't come home for half a year. The Emiya mansion is an expensive Japanese samurai style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. It felt too big and empty for a child like me, and at times I felt lost. But I liked my life there. Whenever Kiritsugu came home from his trip, he would brag and tell stories like an excited child. And another child who has shared his last name always look forward to those stories. I may have been alone in the mansions, but Kiritsugu's stories always helped. Left Dad. He was always pursuing a dream like a boy. I was wary of his whims, yet at the same time he always looked radiant to me. Maybe that's why I hope to be like him one day. As childish as I might have been, I realized I needed to get my act together, since I had an old man with his head constantly in the clouds. I hear a sound. The heavy rusted hinges on the door crack as it's being pushed open. Light person in through the crack in the door. My mind tries to shake off the slumber. Senpai, are you awake? I hear footsteps drawing near and I feel the winter air flowing in. Morning, Sakura. Yes, good morning to you too, Senpai. Senpai, it's morning. It's still early, but Miss Fujimura will be mad if she finds you sleeping here. Oh yeah, thanks for waking me up, as always. It's no problem at all. You're always up early in the morning. I don't often get to wake you up like this. I'm not sure why, but Sakura looks like more cheerful than usual. I don't know about that. I think you wake me up often than you think. Then again, Virginia is brutal when she's the one waking me up, so I prefer you do it. Yep, I've learned my lesson. I'll try not to sleep here next time. My answer's still half asleep. My head still... Ich bin auch noch voll müde. Bin selber gerade wach geworden. Bin noch ein bisschen verwirrt. My head's still not right, so I even don't know what I'm saying. Well, okay, but personally, I prefer you not. Oh. Well, okay, but personally, I'd prefer you not to try too hard. Sakura's giggling. Crap, I must be so sleepy. I've said something weird. Give me a minute to wake up. The cold winter air helps me at times like this. The chill steps my very etheric mind awake. And in front of me stands my junior at school, Sakura Mato. I'm in my storehouse, and it's just about 6 o'clock in the morning. Senpai? Yeah, I'm awake now. Sorry, Sakura. I did it again. I need to help you with breakfast. Don't worry about that. You were up late again last night, weren't you? Then you should take your time this morning. I'll fix breakfast. Sakura is practically bouncing with excitement. That's all. Sakura is weirdly energetic this morning. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go, Sakura. Well, senpai. Huh? What? Is something wrong? No. Not exactly, but, I believe you should change before you head back inside the house. Oh. I finally looked at myself. I fell asleep working last night, so I'm still wearing my coveralls. The coveralls I wear while working are usually dirty. Who knows what Fujini would say or do if I went into the house as is. Okay, guess I'm not quite awake yet. It must be more out of it than usual. You might be right, which is why you should eat breakfast to me. You should take it easy, senpai. Besides, Miss Fujimura would be really angry if she saw the mess here. Yeah, then I'll get changed, so you go on ahead. Okay, I'll be waiting, senpai. Sakura quickly walks out. Okay then. I'll change into my school uniform first. Then I need to collect all the parts I left scattered around. storehouse is in the corner of the backyard, and all sorts of junks is crammed in here. Though I've always liked to tinker with gadgets, so the place is a treasure trove to me. The old man forbade me to go into the storehouse, but I ignored his warnings and snuck inside almost every day. Now it's sort of a base for me. I guess you could call this place my real room. The massive Emir house never felt homey to me, but I've always felt at ease in here, surrounded by all this junk. Besides, it's wasteful. It may be junk, but a lot of it still works. The majority of the things in the storehouse are everyday things, mostly unusable. I'm not sure whether I bought it all in because I liked it in here, or whether I liked this place because it was full of junk. Either way, I snuck into the storehouse almost daily, and I made sort of a hobby of fixing broke. I'm not the type who gets attached to things, but it just didn't feel right to neglect things that are still usable. Or maybe it would be better to say the idea of doing that just bothered me, which is why I stayed up all night trying to fix a broken stove. Guess I'll be done tomorrow falling asleep midway is proof I'm not concentrating. I tried to shake off my self-disgust at that. I gathered the parts of the stove and put them back on the shelf of things, waiting to get fixed. There's no more room though. Once I fix the stove, and the old VCR is up next. Both of which were destroyed by Fujini. We can set that aside for now. Okay then. I changed into my school uniform. Since the storehouse is like my own room, I have all the essentials, including change of clothes in here. The rest are things like partially drawn blueprints scattered all over the place, and little junk from my failed attempts fixing various things. Also, there's some sort of pattern carved into the storehouse floor, perhaps used as some sort of an altar in the past. Okay, better work hard again today. I clap my hands and pray out the storehouse and turn towards the mansion. I walk from the storehouse to the mansion. Emir Residence is a Japanese samurai-styled house, located on the outskirts of town. My old man wasn't from a notable family, yet for some reason he owned this giant house. That in itself was a mystery, and it also seems he didn't have any relatives here in Japan. And so my old man died. There was no one else to inherit this mansion, so it came to me as his adopted son. Though to be honest, I don't have any administrative abilities. So things like inheritance, property taxes, and any other complicated things are all handled by old man Fujimura. Old man Fujimura is a mayor businessman who lives nearby. Kiritsugu described Old man Fujimura as an old man who's like a Yakuza boss. Okay. Obviously, this was his own biased view. In fact, Old man Fujimura is not like a Yakuza boss. Oh! He is a Yakuza boss. He's the Yakuza. What? Oh, that may be a problem in itself, but I try not to dwell on it. Anyway, that's why I live in this giant mansion on my own. It's been 5 years since my old man died. The time sure does fly. I sigh, thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years. I trained every day to become like Kiritsugu, but that's easier said than done. It's not surprising since I have what it takes from the start, but the fact that I haven't improved at all these past 5 years forces me to reassess things. If I had to sum up my current situation, I'd say I'd set the bar too high. I haven't even reached the starting line. No, rushing won't do me any good. For now, I just have to do what I can. Okay, then. What I need to do now is go have Sakura. Right, I need to have Sakura. Making someone younger than me do all the work would be embarrassing, and I feel bad for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. Breakfast looks to be done already. The appetizing scent of the breakfast Sakura cooked wafted toward me from the kitchen. Sakura finished cooking and she's searching the cupboards for dishes. Sorry, I can at least serve everything, so go and sit down. Oh, you're already here, senpai. Hey, I wasn't exactly quick, so it's already 6:10, and that's when we're usually eating breakfast, so yeah, I overslept. I don't believe that's true. You're not in any school clubs, so it's still early. Clubs have nothing to do with it, and if they do, you're coming by in the mornings. Must be a lot of trouble since you do have morning practice. Oh, well, I want to do this, so please don't worry about me. Yeah, you keep saying that, which is why I wake up early. But no, if you're coming by, it'd be rude to still be asleep. To me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and oversleeping means I make Sakura prepare breakfast on her own like today. Though this arrangement started only about 1.5 years ago. use it, Sakura. The food just needs to be plated and set on the table. So at least let me do that. I sit next to Sakura and put out the dishes. Sakura has a surprisingly stubborn side, so she won't resist unless I really push. Then let me help. I'll plate the food, so please take out the rice bowl, senpai. No, I'm saying I'll do it all myself. No, you shouldn't. You're the head of this house. So the least you can do in the morning is to sit and act all important. Act all important? It wouldn't be that much of a head of a house if I made you do all the work while I sit back. Now would I? Come on, go and sit in the sitting room, Sakura. Well, by all means, be that kind of head of house. I'm also doing this to pay you back for all the delicious meals you let me eat. So I'd like for you to relax. Hey, we split the cost of groceries, so you shouldn't worry about that. In fact, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Ever since you started coming by, I've been eating a little better. I knew it. You don't get it, do you, senpai? That's not why your meals here are good. Huh? What do you mean? No, never mind. Hey! Oh, please be responsible. Please be responsible. Because I can't enjoy me anywhere else now. What? That's a weird thing to say. What if Fujine heard that? He doesn't get sarcastic jokes. You're right. It wouldn't be great if Miss Fujimura heard that. Right, so don't say stuff like that. No, I won't. I won't say things like that. But so I can help you, right, senpai? Sakura looks me in the eyes so naturally and calmly. Fine, do what you want. If you want to do so badly, I'll have you do everything. Yes, I would do it as I please. Honestly, you don't listen to anything I tell you anymore, Sakura. Oh, das war Emiya. That's true. Maybe I'm becoming more like Miss Fujimura. You respond softly as she reaches towards the cupboard. Her dark hair gently falls over her shoulder and the curves of her body catch my eye. I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more feminine lately. Her casual movements of her profile are so pretty and advert my eyes. Senpai, is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's baffling. Why the hell am I getting nervous around my friend's younger sister? Sakura's just really good and considerate younger friend of mine, and she's someone I need to look after. She's the younger sister of a friend of mine. We used to be friendly though. Initially we weren't very close since she's a grade below me. Ich find das so crazy, dass Emiya Shiro immer noch als Freund bezeichnet. Jetzt mal ganz im Ernst. Ich hab seinen Namen vergessen. Shinji. Shinji ist so ein Arsch. Also wirklich, der ist der größte Arsch. Und Emiya ist so lieb. Ich verstehe nicht, warum Emiya ihn nicht als Freund bezeichnet. It was only a year and a half ago that our relationship became more what it is now. Sakura started to come and cook meals for me when I got hurt, and things kind of stayed like that. I think this arrangement was supposed to last until I got better, but I guess something or other happened. And somehow she ended up helping out with household chores. Either way, Sakura is a good cook, and her cleaning and laundry skills are perfect. Having her come early in the morning is a big help, but it's been disconcerting recently. Sakura isn't the problem, it's me. I'm sure being flustered by my friend's sister is part of the reason I feel guilty. Usually I'm unfazed, but when I blush because I get caught off guard like now, I wonder whether that's problematic as her senpai. Breakfast is lined up neatly on the table. A perfect balanced meal of chicken with pastry salad, grilled salmon, blanched spinach, miso soup, and radish and carrots. And grated yam soup. Thank you for the meal. Sakura and I sit down and bow and begin our meal in silence. Gentle tapping of chopsticks is the only sound in the room. Sakura isn't typically talkative, and I hardly have anything to chat about during meals. So we eat in silence. Normally it's much rowdier than this, but the person who usually causes the commotion must have watched a spy movie or something last night, because she's eyeing the two of us through the newspaper she propped up in front of her face. Fujimura sensei, it may be not wise to read while you eat. Her remarks diffidently, but Fujini ignores her. Fujini acting weird, but her being weird at breakfast isn't really all that sweet for her. Sakura used to it too. She's eating as if nothing the matter. Sakura typically cooks up Western dishes. She's really only began learning to cook Japanese dishes since she started coming here to help me out. Sakura learned to cook simple Japanese dishes, at least for breakfast, because Fujini and I prefer them. Aber mich triggern diese Geräusche im Hintergrund. Das ist gemein. Mann. Mann. Das ist gemein. Pack die Teller weg. Ich hab Misophonie. Ich hasse das. Na, Sakura's Cookie. Immerhin schmatzen sie nicht. Das wäre jetzt noch die Oberkrönung. Sakura's cooking skills has improved to the point she's better than me, and I'm the one who was teaching her. Her miso soup is flavorous, full and refined now, and she's even gotten to the point where she can grate yams to make yam soup. Bitte pack die Teller weg. Ah, ich halte das nicht aus. Mann. Actually, I think today is the first time she served yam soup. Sorry, Sakura, could you pass the soy sauce? Here. Oh, my senpai, you just ran out of soy sauce you usually use. Then I can use Fujini's. Pass it over. Fujimura sensei, do you mind? Here you go. Are you going to use it for your yam soup? Yeah, everyone puts soy soup on grated yams. A line of soy sauce streams from the bottle onto the granite white mound. the syrup mixture up, pour it over the rice, and take a bite. The stickiness of the granite combined with intense flavor of the soy sauce. What? What the? This isn't soy sauce. It's oyster sauce. Virginito's newspaper on the table with an enthusiastic flick of her wrist. What do you think of my little son switching the oyster sauce and soy sauce labels for the pigs in the morning? That's a mysterious spy punches the air in victory. Was it sound like that the first thing in the morning? You're going to turn my 25 this year, but you're still the same childish for Gine. I've always known. That'll teach you a lesson after yesterday. You and everyone else will get up on me deserves divine justice. Die Musik, ich feiere die Musik im Hintergrund. You can't enact divine justice. I knew you were weirdly quiet. I can't believe you've been plotting this since yesterday. You have entirely too much free time on your hands. That's right, because of that, I really need to get to work. Great, so I need to skedaddle, or else I'm in real trouble. Virginie sits back and shoves the breakfast into her mouth. Thanks for the meal. Breakfast is great as usual, Sakura. Oh, it was my pleasure. And now I'm heading off. You two be in trouble if you're late for school. And off she goes, stopping out in a rush. There's something terrible wrong with a world that allows someone like her to be a teacher. Moment, das da suche ich mir jetzt mal was raus. Nein. Senpai? Sorry that Fushini hardly served the breakfast you took so much work into making. No, it's not that. What did you do to Miss Fujimura yesterday? She wouldn't usually go so far as mess with someone's meal. Well, I accidentally called her by her nickname. Well, I guess there's no avoiding her getting angry again. And you didn't apologize? Sorry, I forgot. But only because that kind of stuff happens all the time. Still not good. You know how much Miss Fujimura hates being called by her nickname. You made her cry again, didn't you? Not only did it, then make her cry, she also right away like got rabbit apex that introduced her English that ended up being a study hall. In fact, everyone in class worked together to make it all work for me. Even from the notebook paper, because of that, I threw it away, obviously. Oh my, sounds like you brought that on yourself then, senpai. Fujine is like her older sister to Sakura. He's typically on Fujine's side, which is fine on its own, but I wish she would consider the fact that I have to deal with Fujine all day long. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of my old man, and she swung by the house pretty frequently since I was adopted. She kept on coming over even after my old man died, and now she acts like a freeloader, eating breakfast and dinner every day. It might have been thanks to Fujine I was able to make it on my own after my old man died. And now it is me, Fujine, and Sakura, who are the residents of this Emiya house. At the same time, I'm only one who knows that my old man was a mage. Nein, he said magician. Was ist ein Unterschied? They say mages have to keep their part of their life secret, which is why... Oh my god. Which why I've always been hiding from others. I'm no magecraft after I became my old man's apprentice. Learning may be a bit of a stretch, really, since I can barely use magecraft properly. So it wouldn't make much of a difference whether I hide magecraft or not, but since it was my old man's dying wish, I've been training in secret. I finished breakfast and get up ready for school. I put away the digital chakras as I listened to the news on the TV in the background. Sakura's looking blankly at the TV. After the caption reading "Gas leak continues" pops on the screen. There seemed to have been a big accident in the neighboring city of Shinto. It happens in the in the business district. Apparently, everyone on one of its floors lost consciousness from the oxygen deprivation. Authorities have been calling it an accident resulting from gas leaks, but for some reason, these incidents have been happening often. Are you worried about the incident, Sakura? Well, really, I was just thinking that this happened in Shinto, which is very close to us. Senpai, your part-time job is in Shinto, right? Yeah, but the shop's not that big. I don't think an accident like that would happen there. But I can't entirely ignore the idea either. The gas leaks can happen in any building, and it especially pains me to think that hundreds of people have fallen victim. Some say that these accidents are happening because of faulty construction work done during the rapid development projects in Shinto. Either way, I hope there won't be any more victims. It's a disturbing story. We need to be careful too. Well, don't worry about that, senpai. I always make sure to check that gas is turned off properly twice. Sakura proudly proclaims. Now that's not my point. Yet, I've always known Sakura is a biddle. A biddle. Sakura is a biddle. Sakura is a little off too. Senpai, did you lock the back door? I bought it. Is that a problem? Not at all. Then I lock all the doors. What time are you planning to be home today, Senpai? I think I'll be home a little late. What about you, Sakura? I should be back at the usual time. I think I'll be back before you, so I'll make preparations for dinner. Yeah, that'll be great. And I come home as soon as possible too. The gate is locked tight. Sakura and Puccini both have keys to the house, and the rule is that whoever leaves it last is in charge of locking everything up. Let's go, you'll be late for morning practice if you don't hurry. Okay, then let's hurry then, Senpai. Sakura and I walked into town. I walked downhill along a long wall to reach more populated residential area. The Imi house is located on top of a hill, away from the center of town. Heading down the hill leads us to a residential area. Going further down, we reach the intersection at the center of town. Several roads load out from the center of town. There's a large bridge that connects to the neighboring town. A hill that leads to Ryodo Temple. A residential area located opposite my house. A shopping district that both Sakura and I often go to. And finally there's a path that leads to our school. We head straight to school without taking any detours. It's barely 7 o'clock, so there's hardly anyone around. Students making their way to their morning club activities. Only ones to be found along our route. See you later. Good luck at practice. I see Sakura off the school gate as usual. Sakura's in the Kyoto Club, so this is where we usually split off. And yet, Sakura doesn't budge this morning. Sakura, are you not feeling well or something? No, it's so bad, Senpai. Maybe it's time we come visit the dojo. Well, I don't really have any business at the dojo besides Issei asked me to do something. So I need to go to the students' council room. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Sakura quickly bows her head. I'll be going then. Please look forward for dinner tonight. Sakura runs toward the dojo, seeming almost apologetic. I think this is Frankfurt. What was that? I wonder what that was all about. Issei, are you in? I'm here. You're a little late this morning, Emiya. Issei glanced up from his desk, looking like he's been studying some papers. Is it just you, Issei? Where's the rest? They should all be at school by now. Well, unfortunately, the rest of the members are all very on the clock. They all have their set work hours, and they don't want to come in early or stay late. So that's why student council president is doing busy work himself. Guess you've got your own problems to deal with. Well, eine Stunde. Ich bin heute aber auch wieder auf der Couch eingeschlafen. Deswegen bin ich ein bisschen zu spät live gekommen. Ist halt, mein Schlafrhythmus ist so kaputt schon wieder. Mann. What are you talking about? I'm not sympathizing with you. Ich habe keine Nachricht bekommen. Das ist doof. Manu, wie geht's dir denn? Ich bin noch etwas verpeilt und noch etwas müde. Aber sonst geht's mir ganz gut. Und dir? Well, that's too bad. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. After all, the fact of the matter is that you still care. Issei, who's gathering his papers into a single sheaf and tapping the edge against the table, is graded neatly as the big boss of the student council. He's been working to reform the student council, which has grown quite lax, and he's been a friend of mine since our first year in school. Ja, auch hab heute frei gehabt. Das ist schön, das freut mich. His full name is Issei Oriolo. Despite his old-fashioned sounding name, he has elegant facial features and is popular with girls. Natürlich! Mann, das musste erwähnt werden, dass er gut mit Mädchen kann. He's also a student council president, so you'd think he would have the leg up over everyone else, but that's not exactly the case. Nothing beats a scalding hot cup of tea in the morning. It's saying stuff like that as he sips the tea that prevents him from quit sticking the land. As evidence, Issei is quite plain. He's prone to be misunderstood, yet he neither dabbles in the relationship nor he does what typical students do for fun. He's the heir of Ryo Temple, which sits atop of a mountain. He himself understands that he will inherit the temple, and there's a strong possibility that he'll shave his head without so much as a complaint as soon as he graduates from school. So what do you want me to do today? Well, I'd like to tell you to sit down and relax, but we don't have time. I'll explain as we go. Grab your tools and follow me. Warum guckt er so böse? Der guckt die ganze Zeit irgendwie, als hätte ich was falsch gemacht. Ich glaube, mit dem will ich nicht warm werden. Ich hätte ständig Angst, dass er mich gleich anspringt. Ich weiß nicht. Dass Emiya so cool mit ihm ist. Das ist schön. Aber ich hätte irgendwie Angst vor seinem Blick. Ich würde mich da eingeschüchtert fühlen. Let me get right to the point. Our school spending habits are quite extreme. I know that athletic clubs are favored, and there's not much money to go around in other places. Exactly as a result, the culture clubs get the short end of the stick. I've been trying my best to establish a better budget for the arts, but the money trades has been pretty muddy, which is making my life harder, so the arts are suffering. The lack of heaters during the winter is especially concerning, and I have no solution for that. I see. Hey, hand me the flathead screwdriver, the biggest one, and give me some conductors too. Yeah, this one looks salvageable. Conductors? These? Sorry, I didn't really know my way around tools. You can get mad if I'm wrong. It's fine, you got it right. So what about the lack of heaters? Is there anything else that's broken? Yes, the heating system in the second audiovisual room in the art club might be on its last leg. From requesting the purchase, new ones are piling up with a minute. Are you saying that there's no room in the budget? Well, this one's just corroded. Good thing the inside is still intact. So, is this one salvageable, Emiya? Yeah, I can fix it. It's a good thing old machines are easy to figure out. The wires just burned out as long as those get replaced, they should last until the end of the year. Is that so? Way to go, Emiya. I'm glad you're so reliable and helpful. You say some weird stuff, Issei. Oh hey, I'm almost done, so go ahead and step out. Got it. I won't get in your way. Right? Issei quietly steps out of the classroom. You might be thinking that I'm going to start some sensitive work. Well, I guess you can call that sensitive work. Put my hand on the old electric stove. No matter how long someone's been fixing things, they can't usually figure out what's wrong by sight. So the fact that I can means what I'm doing is not ordinary. I close my eyes and look inside the stove by touch. And then suddenly, a single image pops into my head. There are two places where the wire are about to break. The electrical pipes should last a bit longer. The power cord should be fine with just isolating tape. Good. I should be able to fix it with just the tools I brought along. The electrical pipes were broken. It wouldn't be fixable by any amateur. Had that been the case, a certain strengthening would have been done, which no amateur could manage, but I should be able to fix this one by sight. As the magecraft Kiritsugu taught me. Okay, let's begin. I take off the cover and begin my repairs. I already know where it's broken, so the rest of the work is easy. This is the one thing that I'm good at. That's right, Shiro and Emiya have absolutely no talent in magecraft. But for some reason I have a knack of visualizing the structure of things and blueprints, like I did just now. My old man once saw me imagine and recreate a blueprint. He looked surprised, then muttered, "What a useless talent." Ja, das ist ein, wie nennt man sowas? War das eine Bezeichnung? Also das Spiel hat keine wirkliche Grafik in dem Spiel. Ja, Visual Novel, glaube ich, wird das. Zumindest steht das bei den Packs dabei. Bei Steam. Das ist halt was, also vom Prinzip her ist es halt so was ähnliches wie Doki Doki Mann, ich hasse dieses verdammte Wort. Literature Club. Oder, Moment. Ich muss kurz nachgucken, wie das andere heißt. Es gab von der VTuberin von Mio Senpai gab's auch ein Spiel. Genau, Blossoms of Eternity. Okay, das wird wirklich so genannt. Das ist ein Visual Novel Game. My old man wants me. Ah ja, genau. My special talent appears to be pointless. According to my old man, the fact that I can visualize objects structure isn't really helpful. A mage normally wouldn't need to survey an object's entire structure like I do. He claims the mage's struggle is to instantly seek out an object's center or its core and transform it as quickly as possible. That's why reading blueprints is a waste of time, and even that only helps seek out areas with magical energy to pass through. Da muss ich halt sagen, da bin ich wieder froh für meine männliche Stimme. da passt das gut. And so fixing broken stuff is one of the only things I'm good at. After all, I don't have to open the entire thing up to find the problem. If I can find the problem quickly, I can fix most things as long as I have the know-how to repair it. Though I only do that with things an amateur could reasonably be expecting to fix. Manche Wörter kenne ich nicht. Okay, done. What's next? I put away the conductors and pick up a screwdriver and wrench and head out to the hallway. Issei, repairs are done. Oh, hey. A female student is standing next to Issei in the hallway. I'm a little surprised. The girl talking to Issei is Rin Tosaka, a second year from Class A. She lives in a giant Western-style mansion up on a big hill, and she's an extraordinary honor student. She's pretty smart, athletic, no flaws at all. She's intelligent and polite, and she never brags about her look. She's truly the ideal girl to guys, apparently. Which is why the male students treat her like an idol. But Tosaka is just too good, and she's become unattainable. The guys all say the only people who can talk to Tosaka are Issei and the teachers. Well, okay, I'm also a guy, and I'm including myself in the list of her admirers. Tosaka is looking at us, annoyed. I guess rumors are true that Issei and Tosaka don't get along. Oh, sorry, I was the one who asked you for a favor and I made you do all the work. Forgive me. Oh, Issei is pretty gusty talking to me and completely ignoring Tosaka like that. Don't worry about it. So what's next? There's not much time. Yeah, next is the audio visual room. I hear it's been on its last leg for a while, but apparently it's finally giving out. If it's dead, I won't be able to fix it. It might be better to buy a new one. That might be true, but I'd appreciate if you took a look at it anyway. I might think it's dead, but might just be playing dead to you. Think so? Then let me take a look. There are only about 30 minutes until homeroom starts. I need to hurry and fix it, or I'll run out of time. I head to the audiovisual room, but I realized completely ignoring Tosaka would be rude. I turned to face her since she's been standing there the whole time. You're in here early, Tosaka. I blurted out the first thing that comes to mind and then followed Issei. You made it just in time. Sorry for all the trouble, Emiya. I'm a bad friend for asking a favor from you and making you late for class. Don't sweat it. It won't be a problem if I'm late. Where it might be an issue is you were late. That's true, but I'm glad we made it. Issa exhales a sigh of relief and heads to his desk. It's exactly 8 o'clock. 5 minutes after the bell for homeroom rings, Fujine will enter the classroom. Phew! My breathing is labeled. Achso. Ich hab das. My breathing is labored since I ran from the audiovisual room. I take a deep breath before I take my seat. What's with all the commotion so early in the morning, Emiya? Didn't realize you became a real swiping boy after you quit our club. Not that I cares, but since you have no principles of your own, don't do anything to ruin our rep. Standing in front of my desk is Shinji Mato. He's been a friend of mine since middle school. Warum nennst du den Freund? Der ist der größte Arsch. Also bitte, der ist der allergrößte Arsch. Und das ist auch noch Sakuras großer Bruder. Die tut mir so leid. Die hat so einen Arschlochbruder nicht verdient. Sakura ist so eine süße Maus und hat so einen Arschlochbruder. His last name is Mato and he's Sakura's older brother. Schlimm genug. He's 1 year older than her. Der macht eigentlich keinen Sinn. Oder war Shinji vor Sakura? Ja, aber das kann doch gar nicht sein. Nee, es macht keinen Sinn. Hä? Ach, keine Ahnung. Your things at the Kyoto Club going well, Shinji? Of course, there's no point in telling an outsider like you. But the club's nice and peaceful now that there's one less member trying to hog all the attention. We're definitely going to make waves in the next tournament. Is it so? I guess Mitsusuri working really hard. Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I'm the only reason the Kyoto Club is setting records. You've been an outsider for a long time, so stop acting like you know it all. Or you're going to embarrass yourself. Okay, I keep that in mind. Besides, I'm not involved with the club, so I won't really concern myself with it much. I put my bag on my desk and pulled the chair back. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying my Kyoto Club's boring to you? I'm not saying that. I'm just not involved in all. I'm not a part of the club anymore, so it's not right for me to just jump into the dojo. But if there's anything you need, just let me know. I'll help whenever you need it. I remember you weren't good at fixing things and striking bows. Stringing. Yeah, thanks. I give you a call if there are ever chores to be done. Though I doubt that'll ever happen. But that's good. A captain who leaves his busy work behind wouldn't be much of a captain. Just try not to trouble Miss Fujimura. She's terrifying if she gets mad. Mind your own business. Just remember that you're not a member of the club anymore. So don't get near the dojo. And just like that, Shinji heads off to his seat. All self-important plus and ever. He does seem more than usual. Unbelievable how can he talk to you like that? He was the one who kicked you out. Oh, Issa, you were the one? You were there the whole time? What do you mean? How can you be so cold to me when I was listening attentionally to the conversation out of concern for my friend? Huh? What does concern have to do with it? I haven't done anything worth worrying about. Cool, of course I'm concerned. You have a short fuse. Now granted, if you punch Shinji they would have gotten you some applause, but it probably wouldn't make the girls happy. It wouldn't be right for me to put my friend in such an unpleasant position. I get it, yeah, good point. Thanks, Issei. I don't think that would ever happen, but I appreciate the concern. Good, as long as you understand, but I was surprised you usually get mad at the drop of a hat, but you're pretty tolerant, Mato. Yeah, but Shinji's been like that for as long as I've known him. I get used to it. Yeah. Oh. Wird doch warm. It is. Now come on, get back to your desk. If you're satisfied. It's almost time for Miss Fujimura to dash in. More like floating. The bell starts, homeroom rings. Normally the homeroom teacher comes into class 5 minutes before house-room starts, but our teacher isn't what you'd call typical. Homeroom for class 2C typically starts 1 minute after starting bell. In other words, I'm late! Homeroom starts with the sound of Fujine's shout and hurried footsteps. I made it. Good morning, every. Gronk. But you need tumbles and I hear some kind of unusual sound. Contrary, the hectic sound of a few seconds earlier, the classroom is now dead silent. The mood shifts sharply. It's no wonder Fuchini is called human roller coaster. But honestly, the way she felt didn't seem like laughing matter. Fuchini hit her head against the podium and she's still lying on the floor. Seeing her laying there face down and unmoving has everyone imagined the worst. Hey, someone up front, wake her up. No, I won't. I don't want to. She'll probably like bite me or something if I get too close. She's not a mimic. Miss Fujimura wouldn't do that. Well, why didn't you wake her up then? Pass. I hate stuff like that. I don't like it either. And you were going to make a girl do it? The boy should step up and take control. Students in the front row start to get rowdy. Those of us sitting in the middle rows can't see what's going on. We all stand up to get a look. Hey, she's not moving. Did she faint? Someone brings up the obvious, but the problem is, how would we get Fuchini to the infirmary? Like comrades in arms after our time dealing with Fuchini. Probably nobody's thrilled by the idea of taking teacher to the infirmary. Which, Fujimura, are you okay? A brave girl approaches. Fuchini isn't moving. Class grows more concerned. That didn't look good. Her head literally slammed to the corner of the podium. If that didn't hurt her, she's invincible. Maybe you can recruit her from the baseball team. It's more like a threat. The more the Tiger becomes the head of the baseball team, we're all bound for a big pushing tournament. Miss Fujimura sensei. Miss Fujimura sensei! It's no use. She's not responding. Hey, you're next to her. Wake her up. What? I don't want to. If she's dead, I'll be good as that. I'll be as good as I'll be good as that too. But things get worse if we just leave her. But nobody wants to get near her. And then we have no choice to go with our last resort. Yeah, that. Everyone's on the same page. Except Junji and I. We keep quiet because the two of us dared not to be part of what was about to happen. Ready? Wake up, Tiger! It comes out a whisper, even so many students speaking in unison. The word tiger is especially audible, and yet, Fujine motionless body reacts. She moved! It might be working, everyone. Keep going. It's a punishment of the tiger. Everyone must be on edge since the midterm tests are approaching. It's a terrible idea of their part, but some students start to wave their arms and chant Fujine's nickname. Wake up, Tiger! It's morning. You need to Tiger up. Don't give in, Tiger. Stand up, Tiger. Come on, wake up. Time to wake up the sleeping Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Don't call me Tiger. Oh. Like a sudden bolt of lightning striking, Fujine stands valiantly as if the fall hardly scratched her. Huh? What are you all doing? You guys shouldn't get out of your seats or in homeroom. Come on, get back to your seats and we'll begin. Fujine, back to her normal self, stands at the podium. It appears she recalled nothing between the times she jumped into the classroom and the time she woke up. Hey! Tiger doesn't seem to remember anything. Sweet, we're lucky this morning. I don't know if you can call this lucky, honestly. The students shuffle back at their desk. Did someone just mock me? No, absolutely not. This must be imagination. Really? Then okay. We're going to start morning homeroom, so everyone listen up. Fujine casually starts homeroom. She's always go on digressions between announcements, so it goes slowly. Which is why everyone should go home at appropriate hour. The gates close at 6, so everyone doing club activities shouldn't stay any longer than necessary. But 6 is so early, Tiger. Don't the athletic clubs get an exception? Oh, die platzt doch jetzt gleich. They will not. And Gojo, you better call me Miss Fujimura. The next time you call me by my first name, I'll get mad, okay? Yes, ma'am. I'll be careful next time. Gojo sits back down. He doesn't seem particularly remorseful. Too easy. When Fujine says she gets mad, she gets mad. Doesn't matter if it's with a teacher or a student. And that is as close to serious warning as she's ever going to give. But Gojo doesn't realize it. That's it for today. Homeroom announcements. I'll see you all at the third period English class. Fujine waves and leaves. So that was Tiger Fujine, the teacher of room 2C. Her nickname, Tiger. That might seem like a joke, but it isn't. She got the nickname because it sounds like her name, Tiger, but Fujine hates it. According to her, it doesn't sound feminine. Ja gut. Wobei, ich hatte auch mal ein Mädchen, das wurde Tiger genannt. Aber das ist schon länger her. But she got a nickname because of how she acts, so she kind of had it coming. Class will begin. Class duty, lead the greeting. As Fujine exits the room, the first period teacher enters. Because Fujine takes up almost all the homeroom time, mornings are always like this for our class. And so another day of classes ends. There are many types of students. Some immerse themselves in club activities, some hurry home, and some hang out in the classroom after class for no particular reason. I don't really fit in any of those categories. Do you have a minute, Emiya? Picking back up with what we did this morning, do you have some more time? Well, it's not like I don't have any plans. It's not as if I don't have anything to do at all. The biggest reason I quit the Kyoto Club in the first place was that I wanted to prioritize my part-time job. It's been 5 years since I started part-time jobs to earn money for living expenses on my own after my old man died. And when you do so many different jobs, there are some requests you just can't say no to. Today is one of them. I was asked to help restock some product for a bar, since they wanted as many strong helping hands as they could get. Though I'm sure that they don't have to go help, the bar's likely asking everyone as an excuse to gather some folks and hang out afterwards. There are two options. I should. Man, I should help the student council. I go to my part-time job. Ja, wenn du zugesagt hast, dass du in der Bar hilfst, dann kannst du jetzt nicht auf letzte Minute sagen, nee, ich muss aber jetzt dem Schülerrat helfen. Das kommt scheiße. Auf der anderen Seite, wenn es um einen Freund geht, ja, hat einfach einer gehupt. Und hier schreit da einer. Scheiße. Hm. Ähm. Ich sag eher Part-Time-Job. Bei denen hat man zugesagt. I feel bad for Easy, but I should probably prioritize my part-time. Ja, du hast halt zugesagt. Last-minute Absagen ist auch Arsch. I never promised I would go, but since I said I'd try, I should probably keep my word. Ja, eben. Sorry, Issei, I have plans already, so I can get a rain check on this morning tests. Plans? Oh, you mean your part-time job? Yeah, sorry for troubling you. A couple of days won't make any difference, so go ahead. Head to your other commitment. Thanks, I get back to those tasks first thing in the morning, so please let me off the hook this time.
そこまで深刻な話でもないと言っただろう。急を要していたものは今朝で片付いた。
I thought this wasn't a serious issue. We got the urgent stuff done this morning, so you can finish up the rest whenever you're free, Emiya. If you say so. Is it okay if I pick up where I left off whenever I don't have work? Certainly. I'll be counting on you when the time comes, Emiya. Issei bids me a stiff farewell and leaves the classroom. Okay, then. Das Ding ist, das ist jetzt bei Emiya, glaube ich, nicht so. Ich habe da so eine richtig blöde Angewohnheit. Wenn ich sowas, dann habe ich immer das Gefühl, dass dass das mein Gegenüber falsch versteht. Dass man halt einfach, ja, von wegen, ja, ich bin ja faul oder sowas, wo ich wirklich was zu tun habe. Das ist mir schon öfter passiert. Finde ich nicht nett. Und deswegen habe ich da immer ein bisschen Angst vor. I shouldn't dawdle. I not have been given a specific time, but now I've decided to go to my third party job. I need to hurry over the neighboring town. Jeez, I thought I was going to help out just a little, but they gave me 30,000 yen. It's like an unexpected windfall. Or a stroke of good luck. Copenhagen, where I work today, is like a bar and supermarket that sells liquor and all in one, and it takes a lot of people to restock inventory of this place. It's a job that needs at least 5 people, but the more people you have, after that makes everyone's life easier. Yet, the boss always like, anyone who can help, just swing by. He mentioned it so casually, so the part-time workers seemed to think it was enough. But I'm the only one who showed up. The only people there for the inventory were me, the boss, and Neko, his daughter. All hell broke loose. You dummy! Of course nobody would come. Neko was scolding the boss, yet I was the only fool who came, ready to be sacrificed. Hätte ich das gewusst! Mann! The two of them enthusiastically applauded when I showed up, and then all decided to organize the storage room as much as possible. And then we somehow finished the inventory in 2 hours. This was amazing! Going for an extra brownie points or something, Shiro? Boss remarks as he eats brown cake and survey the afternoon's work. Not exactly, I'm just used to manual labor. I've been working here long enough that I know where most things go in the storage room. I haven't been working here since I was young for nothing, you know? Oh yeah, how long has it been already, Shiro? 5 years? Something like that. You were one of the only places that hired me soon after my old man died. Bet so? No wonder I feel old. The boss stuffed his mouth with room cake. Next to him, Nico's nursing a bottle of warm sake. The owner has a sweet tooth, while the daughter is the drinker of the family. They should balance each other out well. But honestly, you really helped us out. I'd feel bad if you got from your hard work, as work was just a few slices of cake, so here's a little something from me. He waves 3 10,000 yen bills at me. It's more than I'd get for a week worth of labor, not 3 hours. Oh, thanks. I hesitate, but I take whatever I can get. Just as I'm about to leave Copenhagen. Hold up, Emian. Who did you hear about today's job from? Nico stops me while she's curled up in front of the heater resting. I think it was Furumi. Oh, that idiot should know better than to push his own work onto a student. Well, whatever. So just saying you came to help stock inventory, even though you only had about it second hand? Well, I was told to help if I wasn't busy. Furumi's a dumb ass. But you're not better, you know? Whatever. I bet you're the kind of person who can never say no. I know, I remember that one time when you watched the store and then I both got sick. Huh? That's not true. I won't do things for people when I know I can't. I only do things I know I'm able to. That's right, huh? I seem to recall you were sick that day too. Whatever. Anyway, my point is you're a good guy, but kinda dumb, which leaves me a little worried about you. So tell Fujimura to swing by soon, cause I got a beef with her. Nika makes circles with her finger in the air as she bounces Sasaki. You seem to think I'm a dragonfly or something. Okay, I'll just tell Fujine that. Yep, see ya! Try not to push yourself too hard, boy. Whoa, I've already crossed the bridge. Managed to walk back from the neighboring Shinto to Nemiyama, without realizing. I walked through the still darkened town. It was 7:30. There shouldn't be people out and about at this hour, but there are no signs of anyone around. Alright. There was a crime committed in Myanmar the other day. A burglar murdered someone. I think it must be why there's no one around and why the school cafe has been set to 6 o'clock. Gas sticks and bulgars. Huh? Seems like it's getting dangerous around here. No wonder people are avoiding walking around at night. It's probably not safe to let Sakura go home on her own anymore. Fujine might be fine, but Sakura's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. Guess I should walk her home starting tonight. Huh? I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. I must be wrong. I sense a presence on the uphill path. I was sure it was empty. Whoever it is, they're standing still and look to be peering down at me. Ah, Elias feel. I unconsciously hold my breath. A girl with silver hair smiles and walks down the path without making a sound. And as she passes by, you better summon one soon, or you die, big brother. What she says makes no sense. I climb up the hill and reach my house. The lights are already on, which means Sakura and Fujine are home. The moment I step into the living room, I smell this aroma of dinner. Sakura and Fujine are both eating at the table. Tonight's meal is chicken stewed in cream sauce, and it's put Fujine in an especially good mood. Welcome home, senpai. Please excuse us for eating ahead of you. Thanks. Sorry for being late. I should have come home earlier. That's fine. You still made it in time. Please wait while I prepare your plate. Okay, thanks. I go wash up, so keep an eye on Fujini to make sure she doesn't eat my portion. Yes, I'll do that. I go to my room. It's a sparse room compared to the storehouse, but it's still decorated enough considering I don't have any particular hobbies. Though most of them are random things Fujine just left here. After I wash my hands and change, I head back to see my food on the table. Thank you for the meal. Please take it. I hope you like it. Sakura's humble as ever. Sakura's cooking skills have vastly improved over the past year. My cooking is no match for her Western food. Japanese dishes might be a little better. Neither of us is any good at making Chinese dishes. I'm glad to know she's improving, but it's also a little depressing when the pupil passes her master. It really is delicious. The longer you cook chicken, the tougher the meat gets, which is why you need to take the extra step of grilling the chicken through a crisp to seal in its juice and flavor. This requires exceptional skills and is something the clumsy Fujine would never be able to manage. What did you think, Senpai? What do you think, Senpai? I think the dish turned out quite well. No complaints here. The cream sauce is perfect. My cooking can't hold a candle to you Western dishes. Yep. Ever since Sakura started cooking, all her meat dishes have gotten better. Fujine, who has been concentrating on her meal until now, pipes up. You're in trouble, Shiro. A student shouldn't stay out so late at night. Ugh. She looked to be in good spirits thanks to Sakura's meal, but the moment she sees my face, her mood turns sour. I thought you were helping someone again. That's fine, but you really should be coming home early for now. Don't you remember my homeroom announcement? About how it's not been safe lately? I was speaking directly to you, Shiro. You really don't need to make a homeroom announcement for something you can't just tell me at home. You wouldn't listen if I tell you right here though. You're more likely to listen if I tell you at school. It seemed like an abuse of authority, or at least mixing business with private matters. Nope, that's just what I have to do to make things sink in for Shiro. He always gets the short end of the stick because he's busy helping everyone. That idiot should come straight home once in a while and relax a bit. Huh? Who are you calling an idiot? What's wrong with helping people? I'm not losing out on anything as long as someone benefits from my help. Oh, you're starting to sound like Kiritsugo, and that mindset has your big sister worried, Shiro. Seeing Fujine eating so heartily makes me wonder what exactly is worried about. Miss Fujine, just from the conversation, I think Senpai has always been like this. Yep, always. He's the type who would lend a helping hand whenever there's someone in need. It's not that the middle things, but he's always been a bit precautious. Fujine grins amazingly. Fujine, I'm going to get mad if you say anything you shouldn't. And you shouldn't ask such silly questions, Sakura. Fujine klickt the tongue auf den Button. Miss Fujimura, please continue. Sakura presses on, like an attentive student. And let me explain. You see, Shiro just can't help himself when he sees someone in need. It's like helping the weak and subdue the strong. When he was younger, he wrote an essay that he said he wants to be a hero of justice. Quit bringing up the past, Fujine. I can't really jump in thought because it's true. I can't really jump in though because it's true. Besides, becoming a hero of justice is still my goal. Wow, you're a really wonderful child, Senpai. Yep, it was astonishing. He would swoop in to rescue a little girl from getting bullied by a boy twice her age. And he tried his hardest at doing housework because Kiritsugu was such a slap at home. Oh, he was so cute and innocent back then. Sure, but he got to the stubborn, disobedient boy he is today. That's on you, Fujine. That's what happens with children when they have bad role models. And if you want to say something to that, try make an entire meal on your own. Ah. Fujine would just lower her head and repent, but makes us so sad. Sakura, birds, please. He would out rice bowl asking for a third helping of dinner. We relax after dinner, and it's almost 9 o'clock. Well, what should I do? There's still some time before evening training, but I guess I'll... Ich glaube... Das ist echt eine gute Frage. Sakura alleine nach Hause gehen zu lassen, ist auch nicht gut. Ich glaube, Fujine wird sie nicht nach Hause bringen. Ich sag, Sakura nach Hause bringen. I haven't thanked Sakura for cooking dinner yet, so I should talk to her. It's getting late, so I should walk her home. Sakura just finished cleaning up and she's in the living room getting ready to go home. Oh, Senpai, I thought you were taking your bath. Take my bath later, after I walk you home. Eh? You're going to walk me home? Yeah, it's been dangerous at night lately, and I walk you home. Your house is a pretty long walk, so let me at least do this since you go out of your way to come here. Sakura pulls her lips awkwardly. Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry. I appreciate your concern, but you should rest. I know my way home from here. I should be fine alone. Maybe so, but it really hasn't been safe recently. I walk you home at night for a while. But, well, it will cause trouble for you if my brother sees you. Ah. I forgot. Sakura's older brother Shinji doesn't really like Sakura coming over to my place. He can't say much because Sakura says she goes to Fujine's house, but me taking her home might cause problems. I don't care if Shinji accused me of something I didn't actually do, but I don't want him to taking it out on Sakura. But it won't be a problem if I only walk you halfway, right? There's no way we'll see Shinji at the intersection. Sakura's uncomfortable silent. Knowing Sakura, she probably couldn't even lie about the fact that I walked her home. Yeah, then how about... Want me to walk her home? An English teacher wearing tiger stripes suddenly pokes her head through the door. That really doesn't fix anything. My concern is that a girl's walking alone at night. So adding another girl would be... Wait a minute. Calling Fujine a girl may be a bit of a misnomer. There's a reason Fujine is a teacher in charge of the Kyoto Club. She was trained by old man Fujimura in Kendo, and her 5th rank designation makes her deadly, literally and figuratively. I guess it wouldn't be a problem if you went Fujine, but you could beat the crap out of any pirates who might try to strike. Of course I can, and that's why walking Sakura home is not a problem. Are you good with it, Sakura? Yeah, yes. As long as it's okay with you.
決まりだね。それじゃあ行こう。
That settled.
私も今日はそろそろ
That
帰ろう
settled
か
it.
なって思ってた
Let's
の。
get going. I was thinking I should go home too. Uchine takes Sakura's hand and starts to leave. Oh, hold on a minute, Sakura.
何ですか
What is it, senpai? Dinner was good. Thank you.
はい。
Of
ご迷
course.
惑でなかった
As long as you don't mind, I
次も
will
頑張
keep
ります
working
ね
on my cooking, senpai. Sakura beams and leaves the room. I can tell my cheeks are burning red. Honestly, Sakura takes me by surprise a lot lately. It's perplexing. Time sure flies. Not so long ago, he was just my friend's little sister, and now I find sometimes I can't quit looking away from her. I'm so pathetic. I've always thought of Sakura as being like a family, but I can't seem to readily accept this change. And that is how my day ends. Just before midnight, Shiro Emiya must perform the daily routine utilizing Magecraft. I cross my legs, take my position, and regulate my breathing. Try to empty my mind. Ignore everything around me and transfer my focus inward. Trace on. I mutter the familiar incantation as if putting myself in a spell. Notice this is kind of hypnosis. With no mage crest and no magical knowledge, the incantation I mutter is really just a way to focus myself and change my body. Typically, humans do not have any lines which allow magic energy to pass through their body. To temporarily change my body to create a pseudo version of the lines, I need enough concentration to unify my entire physical and nervous system. Magecraft is a battle with yourself. For example, I insert a burning steel rod into my backbone. The steel rod itself is the one and only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. By passing this deep within my body and connecting it to my other nerves, I can finally be a mage. This is not a metaphor, and if you look closely, a series of metal roots, which cannot normally be seen or touched by pierces my
僕は
backbone.
魔法使いなんだ。
I'm a magician. Hiritsugu Emiya was a mage. He was a true mage who disciplined himself in a wide variety of mystics plummeted in the deeper secrets of the world and its workings, and even performed miracles. As a young child, I admired Kiritsugu and begged him to teach me magecraft. But you can't just become a mage, you have to be born with talent and inherit tremendous amount of knowledge. Obviously never had that inborn talent, and Kiritsugu never imparted any knowledge about magecraft to me. I was told it was necessary for me. Wasn't necessary for me, something like that. I still don't understand what he meant by that. But it didn't matter to me as a child. I always thought learning magecraft would bring me that much closer to being like Kiritsugu. I was blessed neither with talent, that is, an abundance of magic circuits within me, nor with generations of magecraft knowledge handed down to me. The magecraft Kiritsugu possessed, the mage crest passed down from the Emiya family, can only be passed on to blood relatives. A mage crest which is proof one is a mage. Reject any not blood related. As an adopted son, I could not receive Emiya's family crest. Then again, since I honestly don't have any idea what the hell a mage crest even is, it doesn't matter much whether I have one or not. It's just a matter of gaining the ability. If I want to be a mage, I just have to learn magecraft that suits the traits that I do have. Magecraft is taken to its extreme, a skill supposedly meant to release magical energy. You could say that magical energy is a life force. Magical energy is separate into two sources: mana, which comes from the world atmosphere, and OD, which is created within living creatures. Obviously, mana comes from the world itself, is superior to Odd. The sheer power of the worlds, mana is simply not even comparable to the Odd one human can create. No matter the form it takes, the magecraft utilizing mana will always surpass anything created from the individual Odd. So a powerful mage is one who excels at drawing magical energy from the world. It's a lot like a filtration system. A mage will use their body circuits to draw in mana from outside and convert it into something usable. Mages call the circuits they use to accomplish the mage circuit. This is the inborn talent part. The number of magic circuits one has is determined by the moment of birth. Typically, humans have hardly any magic circuits. They're normally quite rare. That's why mages will spend generations trying to ensure their descendants have a body more suitable for magic. Some families even go as far as to practice selective breeding in order to increase the number of magic circuits in their children. And since I was raised in a normal family, I never had a chance having much in the way of magic circuits. That left me only one option. According to Kiritsugu, everyone is well suited to one specific form of magecraft. He also said something about drawing out magical energy based on the person's origin, but I never quite understood that part. What I do understand is that even someone like me can use at least one form of magecraft, but if I can do that, then maybe I can be like Kiritsugu. And that's why I only learned this one magecraft. It was 8 years ago. After a lot of thought, Kiritsugu took me on his discipline. As his discipline. Though he never seemed happy about it. Listen, Shiro, learning magecraft means leaving behind common sense. You die when the end comes for you, and you will kill when you must. Life isn't at the core of what we do. Death is magecraft. Magecraft is walking the path of self-destruction. I guess I knew no fear as a child. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly, placing a hand atop my head as I nodded enthusiastically. What I'm about to teach you is sort of things that could cause conflict. You should never use it in front of anyone, and you should never forget your training, because it's difficult. Then again, you don't really need to follow it either. Most of the important thing you always remember that magecraft is used for others, not for yourself. And that would make you simply a user of magecraft rather than a mage. I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to be a mage. But I didn't care about that. I admired Kiritsugu, not mages. As long as I can be the sort of person who lives to help others like Kiritsugu on that day of fire and nightmare. I got distracted. I feel the uncomfortable sensation of the iron rod in my backbone moving where it shouldn't. Losing control of my breathing. Zu viel Fate. Ja, blöd gelaufen. Losing control of my breathing would be fatal. The pseudo-magic circuits would be overwhelm my body and shredded into pieces. And that would be the end of me. Shioro Emir would simply be a novice who died because he failed at an elementary step. I grip my teeth and try to recover my connection. After pain like walking through a storm of needles, the iron rod finally stings deep within my body and fuses with me. I've been working on this for over an hour. After all the time, I'm finally able to create one pseudo circuit, a circuit capable of creating magical energy using my own self. Basic structure analyze. All that's left is to allow the magical energy to flow naturally. Shiroemi is no mage. POV Heroins wichtige Person. Okay, der war nicht schlecht. He's just a user of Magecraft who can only create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. And that's why I can only do one thing with this Magecraft, which is composition, analyze, enhancing object. It's just strengthening Magecraft, where I abandon an object structure and channel magical energy temporarily reinforce its abilities. Basic structure, alter. I hold a broken iron pipe. I pass magical energy through it to execute the most basic mage to enhance its durability. Passing magical energy into something other than yourself is like mixing poison. My blood is a far cry from the blood of an iron pipe, forcing an entirely different sort of blood through an object may well destroy it rather than enhance it. To prevent that from happening, I need to properly understand an object's structure and pass magical energy into it between the small vacant spaces. Andere nennen es Iron Pipe. Ich nenne es überdimensionale Crackpfeife. I mean, kann man auch sagen. Composition reinforce. This may be easy for a skilled mage, but since I have a hard time generating magical energy in the first place, even a task like this is as difficult as shooting an arrow and hitting a target several hundred meters from you. A typical archery target is 28 meters away, so it goes without saying how hard it would be to hit a target at 10 times the distance. My body temperature suddenly plummets. The fiery pillars passing fall through my backbone. My backbone disappears. My lungs cease in desperate need of oxygen. My back arches in an effort to keep me from passing out. Damn! I failed again. The iron pipe is unchanged. The magical energy I passed into it appears to have dispersed. Damn! Adding to something that already has set form is hard. What I'm attempting to do is like adding an extra brushwork to a complete work of art. Adding something extra to a complete object raises the risk of compromising the object's integrity. The paintbrush, hoping to improve, may actually devalue the work instead. Which is why, despite its simplicity, strengthening magecraft is so difficult and not many mages willingly use it. It's not that I chose this, but it's really all I can do. It would be much easier if I could make something from shapeless clay, but a substitute that just recreates it from form is all show and no substance, which explains all the junk around. Whenever I fail to strengthen magecraft, I try to make substitute objects to practice and calm down on. but they all end up empty. I can visualize the structure of an object easily and I can recreate something very similar, but it's hollow and obviously doesn't function at all. I wipe the sweat off my brow. I realize I'm obviously dripping with sweat. If this is as bad as it goes, I should consider myself lucky. But what happened earlier was really bad. I had taken even a second longer to recover. My internal organs will probably be mush about now. If only pushing myself to the brink of death helped me improve, there'd be some hope here. But nothing comes that easily. At the same time, fear of death will stand in the way of improving my magecraft. Learning magecraft means courting death at every turn. Even rudimentary everyday magecraft can spin wildly out of control from a single mistake, ending the caster's life. The very first thing a mage must do is resolve and accept death. Kiritsugu always looked sad whenever he brought that up. Maybe it was his way of saying that he didn't want me getting into any of this. Saving one person means not saving someone else. Being a hero of justice means you need to be an extremely egogenetic person. That was always his line. Kiritsugu always said that whenever I mentioned wanting to be like him. I still don't know what he meant by that. I'm all certain of this. I want to save people. I want to be a hero of justice like Kiritsugu Emiya. But I can't even manage the basics. I'm such an idiot for letting myself get distracted at the most crucial moment. It's not enough for me to just grasp at the object structure visually. A skilled mage would be able to focus only on the crucial areas and efficiently channel magical energy. My dream is to become a hero of justice. I remember what Fuikini mentioned at dinner. I never really thought of that goal as embarrassing or impossible. That Hiro Emiya will succeed Kiritsugu Emiya has already been decided. That's why I've been doing everything I can, despite how sorely I lack in experience. I don't know exactly what it means to be a hero of justice, but because I don't know, I've trained myself to the best of my abilities in hopes I'll be useful for somebody. I haven't taken my eye off the goal these past 5 years, and whenever things go wrong like this, I start to have doubts. Ugh, I just don't get it. Old man. What the hell do I have to do to be a hero of justice? I look up in the sky through a window. It's not just about being good for someone out of the blue. Saving someone and being a hero of justice are two different things. I know that. But what do I have to do to differentiate them? And I've yet to understand the crucial concept of the past 5 years. Okay. Gut. Dann will ich hier jetzt auch erstmal. Nein! Nein! Halt, stopp! Ich würde hier erstmal Ende machen. Ich finde jetzt gerade nimmt es ein bisschen mehr Fahrt auf das. Jetzt bin ich auch mal weit. Ich habe das Spiel mal angefangen, aber ich habe es nie durchgespielt. Ja, wir sehen uns dann morgen. Noch einen schönen Abend. Ciao, ciao.